Good morning everyone. Well, it's probably evening now by the time you're watching this, but I've made a few errors already. It's gonna rain. I'm wearing shorts. I've got a pumpkin that I might not be able to actually lift before long if it keeps growing. It is huge, I'll show you that in a minute. And my whole plot's turned into a pumpkin patch, but the show must go on. Oh, and while we're here, this is actually finished now. Let me show you. So they've added some thick plastic netting all on it now, all on the roof, and they've got a nice door on it, and it looks absolutely amazing. My only issue is that I'm worried about snow getting on the top, because you'd have to get on top and sweep it all off, but it looks amazing. I absolutely love it. It's giving me ideas that I don't want to get. I don't want to have those in my head. I've already got too many jobs that I can do. Right, let me show you the plot. So we're here, and the jungle has started to grow bigger and bigger and bigger. But let me show you the pumpkin. Look at this huge pumpkin in here. Now let me show you. There's my hand, and I've got pretty big hands. This is the size now of a beach ball. It is absolutely gigantic. It's not as big as I thought it was going to be. I thought I'd have more on the vine, but one will do, and it's bloody huge. Right, let me show you what we've got going on today. So my plan today is to remove a lot of the foliage in the polytunnel, because I am a little bit worried, because blight is honestly surrounding me now. So many polytunnels have got blight and greenhouses, but it's not come here yet, so fingers crossed it's staying off a little bit longer. So thanks so much for all the comments about the hedgehogs last week, and they are actually having a ball here. They're all settling in really well. They've had a few encounters where they've met each other in a little grumble, and then they've carried on walking away, because male hedgehogs, you know, they're quite territorial. They like their own little spaces, so there's plenty of room for them. But the moles are back. Right, plan of attack. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to strip out some of this foliage and let the sun get to the pumpkins, and there's just too much there now, and also some of the nasturtium, because I can't get through here and it's horrible when it's wet. I think it's time to strip this plot back a little bit. Now, I know it doesn't look as appealing as when it was all lush and green and loads of foliage, but the sun can get at them now. There's still left some foliage for each vine, so that obviously it can take in the energy from the sun, but I've given a nice bit of aeration now, and there's a lot over there that the pollinators couldn't get to the flowers anyway, but I'm happy that while doing it, I finally got a butternut squash. So finally, because that's what was happening with the butternut squashes, is that none of the pollinators could see the flowers, because it was all underneath this jungle, and I've taken away most of the powdery mildew ones as well. So it looks a bit of an eyesore now, but we've got quite a few pumpkins here. So we got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Blaze F1s. We've got some baby blue Hubbard, a kuri. We've got 2. I don't know what these are under there. There's quite a few over there as well. So, oh, there's another blue Hubbard. Yeah, but over there by the corn there was no butternut squashes, so hopefully we'll get a few now. I also ripped this to death. All the nasturtiums have come out. I'll give the path a good clean, bring all the potatoes in now because they've all died back. There is no blight over here, but I'll take them down as well. And I use not fresh manure, I use manure on this bucket here that a plot holder gave me. And look, good job I didn't put that on the actual plot because it's mainly stingy nettles. So that bucket will be, it's probably riddled full of nettles. But yeah, I've taken all this out and look how many pumpkins. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's just so many, and there's a few over there as well. I can see. I don't actually know what they are because I didn't actually plant these. So if you know what this is, let me know because I haven't got a foggiest, but they're everywhere. Look at that beauty over there. Look at it. I'm so impressed by that one. And the good thing is none of it will go to waste. It's all been put into here now. It'll compost down in the autumn and winter, and hopefully by next year this will all be lovely compost. These will both be definitely full, and I'll probably have another one full as well. And yeah, recycle, use it all again. So we've got the Jack B Littles which are coming now on the vines, which I'm really pleased about. And also look at this little beauty in here, a baby boo. So I've taken most of the figs off now, and the wasps have had the remaining ones. But as you can see, next year's figs are already here, and they'll overwinter and they'll be perfect for next summer. Isn't it mad to think within 2 months, this will all be flat to the ground. It's all lush green, and all the flowers and all the fruit and plants will just be gone, wiped out, and this will be all autumnal, dying off, and I'll be ready for next year. It's just crazy to think that this will be flat within 8 weeks. Well, saying that, the way this weather's gone this year, what are we gonna have? Heat wave in December. So I think I'll head down to the Grapevine Garden, get some more runner beans. Oh, my absolute favourite. I'm gonna have them with minted lamb chops, baby potatoes and runner beans tonight. I cannot wait. And then when I come back, I'll tell you the concerns I've got about blight.
We're falling out, we have reached disaster. Don't know where we're gonna be after. And we do it all again and again and again and again. Again and again and again and again.
That's not a bad little haul that. I'm gonna miss these, honestly, I really am. Once they finish, oh, I will definitely miss these. So Doug and Lindo, I've shown on the channel before, well, I was watering their plot again and I walked into the tunnel and it's absolutely riddled with blight. I'm absolutely gutted for them, and my concern is now is that it won't be long before I start coming up the site, and is my polytunnel going to get blight next? That's the worry. I've not gone into the polytunnel because of that reason. I was going to strip it all back down, but I'm going to leave it today just in case I've got any spores on me. I don't want to take them into the tunnel, so yeah, that's a concern of mine. So if you are concerned you might have blight, then normally there's blackening of the stems, but that could be age as well. So obviously make sure before you rip the plants out. And normally there's like a greyish powdery mildew on them as well. But oh, and the tomatoes, they start to rot from the inside. I'll pop some pictures up now, and it's gutting when it happens, but yeah, it does happen to us all, I'm afraid. So I'm still having issues with the pond and that pump. It's just, there's just not enough sunlight now at this time of day, but the amount of pond skaters I've got now is crazy. I'm really happy about it, but I'm gonna have to sort that pond out now. I'm gonna fit a pond pump directly to the solar panel in the shed. It'll then, if it's not a sunny day, the battery then will just keep the pond going, and it's not needed. It doesn't really do anything but decoration, but I do like to have running water, so let's get that done now before the rain comes. So I've got myself a nice little pond pump. It's only small, but that'll be the fail safe. And then all I'll do then is I've connected it here. I'll run it outside now and it'll be waterproof. And then all I do is press fresh pond pump. And then it works. So what I've done is I've labelled all these like cabin light, spotlight, fresh water, front cabin lights, and then this one is going to be for the polytunnel as well. So they're all labelled up so I kind of know what I want to use. And then these ones then I use for USBs, show you, in here. And also this one I've been using a cigarette lighter for the fan that I've got on the roof, which is here. And it's absolute heaven to have this in here. So I've added it to a brick using some cable ties. So let's put this in the pond. I'm really pleased with that now. I'm happy that there's another thing that I've got to switch on there. I can isolate it, turn it off whenever I don't need it, but it's there, it's needed. I'm Danny, and this is The Grapevine Garden.